I'm Jay.
What's good, everybody? And I'm Zell.
And this is M3, where we talk about everything marriage, motivation, money, and more.
Yes, y'all. Today we got another great episode. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for clicking on our faces. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. All of that. Disclaimer. Give it to
them. We are not therapists. We are not licensed. Our opinions are ours and ours alone. If you don't like what you hear, you can always click off.
Or feed it to the dog.
The dogs don't want it.
Yo, today's episode is going to be about one of the icons of Chicago, okay? I mean, there's many icons of the city of Chicago. I mean, like, Chicago has a very rich history. Like, some of the famous people from Chicago are Quincy Jones, Shaka Khan, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
You know, it goes on and on and on.
On and on and on.
I'm saying, right? It's a lot of great people that came from Chicago that went on.
Sense. Wasn't that like Common Sense?
Common is...
That was
that's Erykah Badu.
No, it was somebody else. No, I know that's Erykah Badu, but it was somebody else that said. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out to Common, another icon of Chicago. Yeezy, what up, Yeezy? We'll get you some help, yo. But it's a lot of great people from Chicago. But today we're talking about the basketball greatness of Michael Jordan. And although Michael is not from Chicago, he helped put the Bulls on the map, winning six championship titles in the 1990s. The Bulls haven't won a championship since Michael Jordan left.
Well, that's all right, because it took the Cubs a long time to win. They gonna make a comeback.
About 100 years for the Cubs.
Well,
but
you know, they always producing more chillin', so we got a chance.
Shout out to the Chicago Bulls. You know, keep going, keep at it. We're working on rebuilding years, right? You got to rebuild until you get the team to where it needs to be in order to get back to that championship status, right? So, but we're talking about Mr. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, right? Michael Jordan.
You have to say his whole name like that.
Has a movie that's came out and
now was it produced by? It wasn't produced by him. Wasn't that Ben Affleck? Did he have a say in it?
Yeah, Affleck. Yeah, of course they had to get his permission. They had to get his okay. Yeah,
that's probably why they didn't show his face. This is gonna be a whole spoiler alert. So if you ain't watching the movie.
The movie Air.
Don't watch this.
Don't watch this episode if you plan on watching the movie but you haven't watched it yet.
Because
spoiler alert. Spoilers.
Yeah, the movie is on Prime Video. So.
We'll do our best to not spoil everything.
We won't. No, we won't.
We're not? You know?
No, we won't.
He's going to spoil
If you ain't watched the movie and you plan on watching the movie, this ain't the one you should watch. Don't watch it. Watch the movie first. It's about an hour and 50 minutes.
Something.
45.
You can check your phone for the running time.
Something like that.
The movie is available right now on Amazon Prime. Oh, before we forget about the great people of Chicago, yo, Lorenz Tate, the Tate brothers, shout out to them. Also, Joan, you were born in Chicago, weren't you? Jay?
Yeah, I was born in Evanston.
Outside of Chicago. I was born in Chicago, Roseland Community Hospital.
Outside of Chicago.
This is right in the hood, right? Right in the hood, Roseland. Shout out. Chicago's very own right here on the show with you. So, you know, while we shouting out Chicago people, shout out ourselves.
Yeah, it's an hour and 54 minutes.
Hour and 54 minutes. Okay, the movie Air. If you haven't watched it, stop. Watch. Hit the stop button. Don't watch this episode.
Hit the X.
Don't watch it.
In the upper right-hand corner.
Until you watch Air. Then you can watch this, okay? Because we're going to get into it.
Air was a very good movie.
It was.
It was very good. It was very insightful. The money that man made, my God.
let's give.
We jumping.
Yeah, we can't
start from the beginning.
We can't.
Okay.
We can't go there yet. Okay. Let's start with a little bit of background, right?
Go ahead.
So the real background is, Jordan came to the Bulls in the 1980s when they were kind of struggling. They were in a rebuilding phase, and they wanted a big man, because teams were building their teams, their championship teams, around centers. The big man was the one that you want, right? The Bulls bet on Jordan, right? Third pick, right? In the draft, in the NBA draft, right? So Jordan comes to Chicago, rebuilding, got rid of the coach, got another coach, boom, boom, boom. Went through a few coaches. But Phil Jackson, right? Phil Jackson came to the Bulls, and Phil worked out what was called the triangle offense, right? You know nothing about the triangle. It's about sharing the ball, pass the rock, right? To the man that's got the best position for the shot. So sometimes the best player might not have the ball and take that shot. They'll pass it to somebody else, and they'll take the shot. But guess what? That ball movement wins championships. Let's look at it. The Bulls. Phil Jackson went to LA. The Lakers. They did the same thing. But I digress. The Bulls. Jordan and the Bulls won championships 3 years consecutively. Then he retired from basketball. He retired from basketball, played a little baseball in the AAA ball. Then he came back, and they won again 3 years in a row. So,
that's not in the movie, though.
No, they don't talk about that, but that's the background. It's 6 championships thanks to the efforts of one of, I'm going to go ahead and say, the greatest basketball player of all time. Fight with me. Debate with me. I don't care. Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. I don't care what you say. Debate with me. Fight with me. LeBron is a bad boy. Kobe is a bad boy. Magic Johnson, bad boy. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain. We can go on and on. Dr. J. It's a lot of great basketball players. But I think the competitive nature and what Jordan brought to the squad is iconic.
He couldn't do it by himself, though.
It's a team effort. Basketball is a team sport. It's a team sport. But a good player raises the level of the other players around them. Mm-hmm. Look at any of those great players that I just talked about. They make the other players around them better. So, arguably, there's a lot of great players.
Yeah, that's like when you go into a restaurant. If it's a good manager, the team is going to be great. If you don't have good leadership, then the restaurant going to be trash. Or the store. I always get off topic because I hear something that catches my ear and I have to say it. But okay, we back to this regular scheduled program.
Before we get... So this movie deals about Michael Jordan before all of that. Before you know he's going to do all of those things. Because
yes.
How do you know that this guy is going to do all these things? Who had the vision? Who saw it?
What was his name? Y'all know I don't remember.
Let's just say Nike saw that.
The people, yeah.
Nike
saw it.
What
was his name? You want me to look it up again?
Google. We can Google everything.
Because
Phil Knight was the owner and the creator of Nike.
With his buddy. Don't forget, because he brought his buddy on with him.
He did.
Because his buddy couldn't get no job.
Google while you're talking.
Because his buddy couldn't get no job.
Everything is Googleable, right? Is that a word? Googleable?
It's not a word.
Maybe. It might be a word. Googleable.
Matt Damon is the one that
But what's his name?
Fallon.
But what's his name?
Is it Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy?
It's Matt Damon. His name is Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel always be like he wish he could have had on the show.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. He'd be like...
Y'all know I'm off topic.
He apologized to Jimmy. Jimmy Kimmel always apologized to Matt Damon for not being able to make it on the show. Matt Damon...
They don't say what his name is.
But if you... Here, let me do it while you talk to the people. Talk to the people.
Y'all know I'll be all over the place. But the man Phil was like the creator or the start of Nike. And right. He brought his friend on who couldn't really get no job.
And that was Sonny.
Sonny.
Right.
Yeah, because his mama was looking up at the lights and it was sun when he was born. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't I get that? I forgot the
Yeah.
story. Okay, that's the story that he told
Sonny
Michael
saw,
Jordan mama.
yes, Sonny saw something in Michael Jordan, and he brought it to, because Nike was failing at basketball, right? They were a running shoe company.
But they mostly was with jogging pants.
They were a running shoe company. They were winning at running shoes because that's what they were known
sell
as.
more jogging pants?
Yeah, but they were known for the shoes. The shoes was known for running shoes, right? Mm-hmm. They were winning at running shoes.
What shoes is actually running shoes nowadays? Because everything looks stylish. You really need a comfortable shoe.
I really like my New Balance shoes.
New Balance is really good.
I like my New Balance shoes.
And what's the other? Skechers are good too. I mean,
are they really running shoes? Are they just more casual?
But who
shoes?
running?
They comfortable. Some people run. Runners run.
They ain't get no Skechers or no New Balance to run.
I don't know what they get, honey.
Okay, we off topic. Anyway, they was known for running shoes.
Yeah. So let's do it like this. Some of the stars of the movie were Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Chris Tucker, Viola Davis, right?
Viola Davis was his mama.
Jason Bateman. What Viola Davis' husband? Julius Tennant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what he played in, but
he played in Air.
He probably played in something
else. He played in Air too.
They had some really. Let me see what he played in because he was silent, but
he played Michael Jordan's dad. Okay, so the movie just really shows that Nike saw what?
That was Viola Davis' real husband in real life.
It is. You didn't know that? I take it you didn't know that. Okay. All right. She didn't know that. She's impressed by that now. That is her husband. That's her real husband. When she talked about, you hear her tell the story about her husband that swept off her feet. When she talked about Oprah.
I remember his face.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's him.
He didn't favor himself in the movie.
He was looking like Michael Jordan daddy. Anyway, Nike was failing at basketball shoes, right? They just weren't winning. They were third when it comes to, I think, the share of shoes. So you had Converse, Adidas, having the big lion's share, and then Nike coming in third, right? And Jordan was not even thinking about Nike. He didn't even want to take a meeting with Nike, right? Sonny wasn't going to give up. Sonny went to the crib, talked to the mama.
They told him don't go to talk to the parents. And he was like, do you think it? First of all, I'm going to say this. They didn't tell him don't go to the house. They told him not to call.
They said
because it wouldn't be right if he called. So he didn't call.
He did.
He went to the house.
I don't know if that made it better. I don't think that made it better, though.
You got to give direct directions.
He knew what he was doing. He knew he wasn't supposed to go to their house.
No, you said don't call.
He knew he wasn't supposed to do it.
You ain't say don't go.
He knew he wasn't supposed to do it, but he did it anyway. But it worked out in his favor because he built a relationship with Mama Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
With Dolores, her name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he built a rapport with her.
Let's make sure that's her
they
name.
still took meetings with Converse and Adidas. But man, oh man, the deal they got from Nike.
That mama worked out that deal so good, she said, no. We gonna accept your offer. But he gotta get a percentage. They were stumbling over their words. We don't do that. That ain't never been done before.
He wanted to own some of the company. He wanted to own not all of Nike, but just the shoes with his name on it.
His mama said, he ain't gonna be right here forever. Y'all looking out for y'all best interests. I'm looking out for his best interests. Say you need a mama like that to negotiate show deals. That's like, what's that boy Mama negotiated that deal. Jason Weaver, Mama negotiated that deal, and that boy still getting paid off of the Lion King movie.
Shout out to Jay Wee. What up, Jason?
You need a mama like that.
You do?
That mama said, "No, we ain't taking no upfront money.
Yeah.
We gonna take royalty money."
That was about him singing
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, or I Just Can't Wait to Be King, like singing some Disney songs because he did the voice.
Sing Hakuna Matata?
No, that was means no words. That was, I guess,
what song he sing?
Pumbaa and Timon. I Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Oh, okay.
I wanna be a
I know he was in the Lion King. That's what I know.
Yeah, can't wait to be.
Now the song I might not get right, but I know his song was in there. Though his song was in there.
He was young Simba. So he did the vocals for young Simba, right? So Disney offered, I think, them $1 million just to, as a payout, walk away. Like, here's your money, boom, go for it. And so they negotiated, what if we took...
His mama said, nah.
Royalty payments. What if we didn't take all the money up front, but took money on the back end? What does that look like? And granted, it worked out definitely in their favor because Jason has expressed that he's still getting paid from the Lion King.
You better listen to your mama.
And he overgrown right now. Like, he good and grown. And he was a little kid when he did, when they did that. And so sometimes that, taking money over the long term is a better option.
Beneficial.
Yeah.
The lesson to be learned here is, as long as your mama ain't no crackhead, listen to your mama. Okay.
That would be the difference between taking a lump sum payout or annuity.
Or the lottery.
Yeah, or annuity payments.
But Illinois, you can't take no annuities because they go bankrupt too much in Illinois. You gotta get your money.
You can't trust Illinois.
Up
Take
front.
your money. They be like, oh man, we don't have it right now. We'll get back at you. Give me my money.
Y'all see how we off script again?
Yeah.
But anyway, we was talking about the mama.
Yeah.
She negotiated that deal.
You were saying that. Yeah.
She negotiated that deal for him.
Yeah. She wanted him to have ownership in
Nike.
Only
in his shoe.
In his shoe brand.
The ones that had Air Jordan on them.
Any shoe that was a part of the Air Jordan brand, he got royalty payments, or he got payment. He owned a piece of that. Like, let him own that. Let him own a piece of that. I don't know what percentage that he received, but the end of the movie.
Yeah, they never said what percentage, but they said his first year, the shoe grossed $165 million.
I think it said $142 million.
I thought it said 165.
I think it said 142.
I don't know. Well, when y'all watch
it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot of money. It was more money you can count in your room. Like, I lost count again. More money you can count in your room. I'm telling you that. You got to have a whole bunch of counting machines to count that much money. In the movie Blow, if it weighed 50 pounds, it was 1.5. If it weighed 60 pounds, it was 2 mil.
I don't remember.
The movie Blow. They had a lot of money in Blow.
We get off topic.
They had so much money in Blow, they was weighing it. How you have so much money you can't even count it? Just weigh it. What? Okay,
we off topic again.
Sign me up for that.
But I think the directors and the producers of the show did a very, very good job, because it had you in your feelings. Like, when they was in, like, they had anxiety about a situation that was about to happen. Like, when he was negotiating a deal with the mama, he was like, no, but you can't do that. You was like, oh my gosh. He, like, you could feel his, like, nervousness about trying to bring to them for him to get a percentage of the deal. It's like, no, that ain't.
He knew it was going to be, in his mind, he knew it was going to be a no. So he was going to
get fired.
He was just like, no.
That's what they told him. If it don't work, you out of here.
Yeah. They pushed all their chips in on Jordan. Nike did that. They bet on him, and look how it paid
They
off.
didn't want to, though. That owner was like, no. And then when he found out in the meeting that they said that they was going to pay the fines to the NBA for having all that color in the shoe.
Tell him why. Tell them why.
Why what?
Because the NBA wanted there to be more white in the shoe.
Oh yeah.
Than any other color.
Than any other color.
And if the shoe didn't have so much white in it,
you got fined like $5,000.
$5,000 a game.
Per game.
Per game. And the Jordans, the first Jordans, the Jordan 1, they had a lot of red in them. It was like more red. You're gonna get fined. It was like we'll pay the fine. $5,000. But guess what? They said that fine would be advertisement for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was. I remember it. Like, I remember it back in the day that was a big deal. So, yeah. Nike bet, and they won. Like, how many people own a pair of Jordans? Or if you haven't owned a pair of Jordans, how many people you know around you own Jordans? And you like, Jordan hasn't played basketball in probably about 20 years.
Everybody's still standing in line for Jordans when something new drop.
I was just looking down like, is it a pair of Jordans?
No. I don't have a pair of Jordans.
I've never owned a pair of Jordans.
Me neither.
It's not a shoe for me. However, I will buy stock in Nike. I'm just saying.
Stock in Nike? What was that, back in 19 something?
What are we talking
about? It was like 17 cents.
What are we talking about?
The stock in Nike.
When the movie was on? Uh-huh. I don't know what the stock was.
They said what it was. The price of it.
I don't recall.
I think it was like 17 cents or something like that.
Maybe. I'm not saying
it was low.
I don't remember.
It was low. It was low like Amazon stock used to be. Until Amazon stock went up.
Here's the question: what did you take away? First of all, the acting was good.
The acting was good.
The lighting was good because let me tell you something. Understanding how light can bounce off of people of color, people whose skin absorbs light as opposed to reflects light. It's a big deal. Lighting has to be right in order to see the people of color on your program. It does. It has to be right. It's very important. So the acting was good. The lighting was good. The directing was good. The flow of the story was good. They never gave you the face of the person that played Michael Jordan. They never showed. They did not.
They show like a shadow or maybe him.
The back of him,
or
the
maybe
side. You never got him.
Like the back of his ear.
Yeah. But it was really cool because you didn't really miss not seeing, because you know what Michael Jordan looks like. And at the end of the movie, they gave you a lot of images of Jordan and some of his accolades and some of the highlights of his career.
And the people who actually played the actual people in the movie.
They did.
I thought that was really good.
They tied it together so well.
Some movies don't tie it together, and you just be like, my God.
Yes.
I'm not watching this again.
I think that they did. The director was Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm. I remember talking about Ben Affleck, Poe being.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben did good in this, but Poe being right now.
Why poor Ben? What's wrong with him?
It seemed like him and J-Lo always fighting or arguing about something. He be slamming doors, and he be looking drunk sometimes. But
he probably is drunk sometimes.
But I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe he just look drunk.
I don't know. I don't get in celebrity business because I don't know them like that. I don't know them like that, So I don't get in their business. But anyway, the movie was A1. And so if you want to take away anything from this.
What do you take away?
Like I said, if your mama ain't a crackhead, listen to your mama. Your mama be negotiating some deals on your behalf. That's like, mamas is like great grandmamas back in the day. They be praying for you. You don't know they praying for you until you get a blessing. And the grandma be like, I've been praying for you all this time. That's how good mamas are. That's my takeaway.
That's your takeaway.
Good movie. Go see it.
Or turn on your Amazon Prime to see it. You ain't gotta go nowhere to see it. Go in
your living room.
Turn on your Amazon Prime and watch it.
Well, if you ain't got Amazon Prime, child, because Amazon is like $14 a month.
You off
$14.99.
You off topic again.
I'm off topic now. But it's like $14.99 for Amazon Prime. And you don't even get your packages the next day no more. Some you do. Now they want to tell you got to have a qualifying order of $25, $35. Say I only want to order one thing. Say I don't want $25, $35 worth of stuff. I still want my stuff the next day because I'm paying for it. Anyway, what's your takeaway?
Wow. So my takeaway is be open and receptive to more than one perspective and point of view. In the movie, Jordan only wanted to go with Adidas as his first choice and Converse as his second.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to take the meeting with Nike. So let's at least be open to a conversation from someone that wants to propose something to you. Because being open to that allowed Jordan brand to be what it is today. He wasn't going to get that deal with Adidas, and he wasn't going to get that deal with Converse.
No.
They were too big at the time. I mean, he would have been another body, another celebrity basketball player. Converse at the time had Dr. J, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson.
Oh, so that's probably one.
They already had the big three, so Jordan would have been just a fourth good player. They wasn't gonna give him his shoe brand. They wasn't.
Then Adidas already had
He wasn't
Run
gonna
DMC.
get Adidas.
Well, maybe they didn't have Run DMC.
Maybe.
I know Run DMC was promoting their shoe.
They talked about that they did a song for them.
But I think they did the song before Adidas approached them.
Possibly. You might be right.
And then they tried to...
My Adidas.
You remember when you were a kid, they used to have my Adidas. Oops, I like my Nikes. Something on 10 speed bike.
Anyway, that's my takeaway. If you're in business, take all the like listen to all the offers. Kind of like Shark Tank. You're in Shark Tank, somebody give you an offer, I'm gonna offer you this. And then you don't want to listen to none of the other offers because you're like, oh, that's the deal I want to do, but you might get a better offer if you listen to all of them. And some of them try to punk you. They like, if you don't take my offer right now, I'm pulling it off the table.
Pull it.
Let me listen to the other options. It might be something more advantageous for me. So we got to look out for our best interests and see, what options are best for us. In order to do that, you have to listen to all the offers that are available. Because taking that Nike deal, man, listen. I'm going to give you the end because they said that Michael Jordan now receives $400 million a year in passive income.
I can see that because everybody getting them shoes.
$100 million a year. You kidding me?
So I know some negotiation had to happen, after.
Watch this. Do you think Magic Johnson is still getting money from Converse from his shoe deal?
I don't know. They don't have Magic Johnson shoes.
They don't. How about Larry Bird?
I don't even remember their shoes.
No. Because you know why? They were signed like a 5-year deal for them to license their name for the shoes.
Oh.
That was it.
So they didn't have a shoe.
They didn't right
to license it to say it. And
Jordan got something that nobody ever got up to that time. Mm-hmm. So that's why even in basketball, he was never really the highest paid basketball player. He was getting money from them shoes. He was getting money from those shoes. The shoes is what did it. And now Jordan is he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire now. Thanks to his deal from Nike and other things with Gatorade and other stuff like that. They even played the Like Mike song from the Gatorade commercial. Sometimes I dream that he is me. So you get a chance. It's nostalgic. It's a throwback to the 1980s. The beginning of the movie shows you like a montage of 1980 themed commercials and images of people that were very popular and successful in the 1980s. So it's a throwback. So if you're too young, you don't remember the 80s, check it out. It'll be like a little capsule and show you what was hot in the 80s. But if you were familiar with the 80s, check it out because it's nostalgic and it's like you'll watch and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. I Pity the Fool. Mr. T is on there. It's pretty cool. So Pity the Fool. So check it out if you get a chance. We don't get paid for talking about this movie, Air. We just enjoyed it.
Opinions.
We just enjoyed it. If you don't like it, watch it. If you don't like it, just say, I didn't like it. Y'all suck at, giving us the opinion on the movie.
Or don't watch it.
Or watch it and say
you
guys
pay the
right.
Prime bill, not us.
I thought it was a good movie. You know, we rarely watch things together.
Right.
You know, because normally she's watching somebody on YouTube critique something, a dress,
or I'm sleeping,
or a cooking show, a cooking connection.
Oh yeah, I like my cooking show.
She like a good cooking show. And if I'm watching something, I'm watching sometimes Spencer for Hire.
You know, that popped up on my phone today, that the new episode of Spencer for Hire came on. Let me see. It popped up in my email. And I said, I don't watch no Spencer for Hire.
Look.
Again, your next Spencer for Hire episode.
That's right. Episode number 10.
Is here.
Yeah, episode 10 on season 1. That's where I'm at right now. Spencer for Hire. So I'm watching Spencer for Hire. I'm still watching. Yeah, that's it too. I'm still watching. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Your next episode is ready to watch.
Spencer for Hire. Listen, I'm still watching my Smallville, you know, because I could catch up and know what they talk about on my Talkville podcast.
You be watching the Star Trek Enterprise too.
Star Trek, Voyager. I watch Enterprise. I watch a lot of them. Oh, look, if you a Trekkie, check out Picard. Picard, the last season of Picard has like all the key members from Star Trek The Next Generation on there. So check it out. Like, they old and grizzly now. But listen, man, it's a great, you know, it's great to see these actors, you know, and how much time has passed since the last time you saw them and what they're up to, what their characters are up to, what, you know, like how they've changed over the years. They got old. Like in life, we all got old. So check it out.
Ain't nobody watching no Star Trek.
Star Trek is good.
Ain't nobody watching no Spencer for Hire.
Spencer for Hire. Spencer for Hire is good. You better watch it. Pity the fool who don't watch Spencer for Hire.
That's like watching Murder, She Wrote. Or Columbo.
Heat of the night. Listen, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I don't like it. Judge yourself. Judge yourself.
Okay, thank you guys for joining us. For today's episode. It's been fun. It's been great. Remember, persistence brings forth transformation. Go out and choose to have a good day. Oh,
stay active. Stay focused. Stay safe. And even if you can't stay motivated, stay consistent. One love. M3.